Hi, this is Editor Troxel. In today's tutorial we're going to conclude the removing gaps across multiple tracks routine. So far we've figured out where the audio is, we figured out where the audio isn't, we've reversed the regions so that we have regions around the areas that do not contain audio. So now we're going to go through and remove the sections that do not contain audio. Honestly, that's really a very simple task. Basically, we're just moving all of the events left the length of the regions. So let's take a look at that. So far, we've placed the regions around the audio, we've checked for overlapped regions, we've reversed the regions, and now we need to close the gaps. So let's look at the close gaps routine. Here's the close gaps routine. We're going to go through each one of the regions. So for an integer I equals myvegas.project.regions.count minus 1. As long as I is greater than or 0, we're going to subtract 1 from I each time. We're going through the regions backwards. That's the reason we're using the for loop. So now, the time code of the region start equals myvegas.project.regions.i.position. And then we're going to get the region length, myvegas.project.regions, the ith region dot length. Like I said, we're going through them backwards, so if there were 5 regions, we're looking at the 5th region first. Then I'm going to go through every track for each. My track in myvegas.project.tracks, then for each track event, event in mytrack.events, if the event.start is greater than the region start. If it's to the right of the region that I'm looking at, then I want to move it left the distance of the region. So event.start equals event.start minus the region length. Then once I've done that on every track, then I go through and remove that region from the project. So when I get done, all of the regions that we created will be gone. So if we go back and look at this project, the first thing we're going to do is take this one and move it left that far, and then we're going to remove this region. Then we're going to take everything here and move it left this amount and remove this region, and so forth. Move all of these over to there, remove this region, and it will continue doing that, just removing regions, and it does these one event at a time, selecting them all, moving them over, and so forth and so on. And so let's see how this works on its own. Let's start with this one. Remember, we had the gap at the beginning. And so when we run this one, all of the gaps have now been removed and everything is scooted over. Here's the next one we've been looking at. And you can see everything was scooted over. If we look in and see right here, notice this one ended a little bit before this one did, so these were scooted over to this position. And those were scooted over properly. And then the one we looked at doing manually, here's what happens when we run the script on it. So now we have a fully functional script that will go through and find the areas where there is noise. Then it will reverse it to find the areas where there is not noise, and then it will remove all of the areas where there is not noise. I hope you have found this series educational, and let me know what types of scripts you'd like to see in the future. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that we're doing in these scripts. Let me know if you have any particular scripts you'd like to see. Look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial, and please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Please sign up at www.JETDV.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.